Alright, today we're going to run this Parker-Majestic ID grinder. This is a dedicated machine for ID grinding only. Some Parkers have a dual external and internal that swivel around. This is dedicated to ID grinding only, and that's the reason why it has this ID grinding headstock with the 8-inch floor jaw, independently adjusted chuck mounted on it. You also have a scale here for calibration, for pivoting it, and also a sign bar accessory. This is a factory item. You work with the Joe block to get precise angles. Also, there is a Joe block on the table swivel. This is your upper swivel table. This is your adjustment for taper, and you can work with the Joe block to set this on a precise angle, as well as an angle with the swiveling of the workhead. The machine is handled by hand. This is the grinding, the longitudinal. This is your in-feed if you were just to work strictly by hand. We can start the headstock. Control the speed of this with the variable speed. This potentiometer here can slow this down. We have the DRO here, which is on our table axis as well as our in-feed axis. Under power, the machine has a power ability that you have a power stroke. It will go in between wherever you set the two stops. As long as you engage power feed. You see the table is moving now and reversing here. This is one type of table movement, plus you have your manual by the hand wheel. And there's also something on here called reciprocation. That's this unit here. We'll lift this cover off, exposing this mechanism here. Now you'll see when I turn this on that this eccentric is basically in the center. It's on zero. There's a pointer that goes around there. And you don't see any movement of these linkages. Now when we want to use the reciprocating feature, then we go over here and loosen the center nut. And there's a scale on here for you to set the different strokes. Turn this on, disengage that. You see we have this huge stroke here, which is quite a lot. I'm going to shorten that up. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a scale mounted right here, and there's a pointer. So I'm going to move this up to about a half-inch reciprocation. What that does is that allows when we lock this mechanism here so that it doesn't slip along the T-slots, that allows you to have a reciprocating stroke for when you're inside of a bore and you're not coming all the way out of it, you're staying in it. And it takes the table along just like that. So the further away you get from the center of this, the longer of the reciprocation stroke you get. For purposes of dressing and whatever, you have the ability to lift this up and come out of here. That's why this is a spring-loaded device here, to lift this up. This is a dresser, common to these machines. You mount at different places on the table, and this is at the right height to dress if you had a stone wheel on it. But this happens to be a diamond wheel with a collet. Looks like a 1/4-inch collet. So there you have it. You can work with the machine by hand. Okay, the spindle. This is a high-speed spindle. This is 50,000 RPM, so it will sing. built into the machine. On the sides, it pulls out. This is the pump. This is your one-shot for your lubrication of the tableways and wheel slide. Machine is 440 volts.